Grand Rising. It's good to see everyone. This is going to get filed under God gives you an exact scenario to use as a teaching tool. And, we're just everyday life people, and circumstances can pop up into our lives. And in today's lesson, I'm going to share a story from yesterday that I lived through. And it really is a explanation of the event 2025. And there's all different types of attributes, whether it's within people, whether what we're dealing with as a society. But this is every facet of even humor as well. Every facet of this story is literally what is playing out in the now moment. So it is good to see everyone. This is story time with Uncle Mike for this lesson today. And honestly, the best teacher is our everyday lives. The moments that we have in our life, they are giving us the answers to deeper stories, deeper meanings to what we're all going through right now. And the energy of the world, this reality is going to shift and change like never before this year. Okay, and there are certain things we have to be alert. We have to stay focused. We have to understand free will. We have to know that we have to use discernment to what level, what degree we might have to assist someone else. So all of these things play out over the course of this year. And this real life story is going to help us understand the big shifts that we're all going through to get to a higher level of our own existence. This year, we are getting to a higher level for what we're going through as the collective. So the collective's reality. If you want to have great things in your life, if you want to experience great change, these are the things. You have to keep an open mind. You literally have to keep an open mind. And this story is going to kind of plot everything out for everyone. If you're new to the channel, I'm Michael. I take the pulse of society. I discuss the true ascension journey, and I make it relevant for everyday life people. And you might be an everyday life hero. And this story kind of makes us go through what we're all going through in our experiences. So if you're just stumbling on the live stream, could you kindly just hit the like button so people will get this notification? There's a lot of crazy things that are going on the interwebs right now, and the more that we stick together, we can overcome this. So only me, okay? So I'm going to explain this story that I experienced yesterday, and then I'm going to break down each part of the story so that you understand what we're all going through this year, okay? So I'm driving down the street, okay? It's an avenue, and there are two lanes. There's two lanes, and both lanes, it's one way, okay? And eventually you get to a main intersection, and then on the other side of that intersection, it changes from one way, two lanes, to both lanes, one way, and then oncoming traffic onto the other way. So there's big, arrows that tell people that they have to merge over. You have to merge over out of one lane, right? You have to merge out of one lane, and you have to get into the other lane so you could safely cross the avenue and continue driving, because it's going to change to two-way street. So one-way street changes to a two-way street. So I'm driving, and I've driven past this place thousands of times, okay? Billions and billions of times. So I have a familiar past of things that happen. So I'm in the correct lane, and then in the left lane, it's going to end and it's going to change to oncoming traffic. So I cross the main intersection, and as I continue to drive, I see in the rear view mirror, I see someone in the left lane. Now, in the familiar past, there are, in my mind, I've seen this before. There are, you know, the wise guys, you know, the tough guys that like they have to speed up, and they have to, you know, go around people because, you know, everyone is merging into one lane. So some of the, you know, if you ever see these crazy drivers, sometimes, and I've seen this many times, a driver will just stay in that lane and speed up and try to swerve around, and you could cause an accident. So as I'm driving, I'm looking in the rearview mirror, and I see coming up on the side, I see someone is going really fast and they didn't merge. And I'm saying, this son of a, and I'm thinking that this is like one of these guys that are going to try to swerve around like a tough guy, and you know, because they couldn't merge and they wanted to swerve around to go really fast. A diamond in a rough. Thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that. Thank you so much. So you have to be alert when you're driving, okay? And in the world right now, you have to be alert. So now I'm driving the car, I'm looking, and I see the person is speeding up. So now I go slowly because I'm like, I don't want to get like swerved by some a-hole, right? And now it's getting closer, and I'm seeing this is an older woman that's driving, and so my anger of like this jerk is trying to be a tough guy, I say, holy shit, she doesn't realize that the lane. So my mindset quickly changed from anger, and defensive driving, because you have to watch out for these jerks sometimes, to this lady has no clue. I roll the window down. I say, you got to get out of there. You got to get out of there. So, but what happens is that you could kind of see the cars that are coming, but if you're going that fast, you know, head-on collisions are very dangerous. And then there's people that make a right-hand turn. They have no clue this woman is barreling in that lane. So that could be a devastation. I said, you got to get out. She's looking at me like, what are you talking? I said, you got to get out of that lane. You got to get out of that lane. And then I said, go. And she said, oh, okay. And then she realized, and then she got out of the lane. And I saw another guy running, and he was like, I was going to tell her too. She said, yeah, she would have been crushed. Okay, so there are many things, and then she was okay. There are many things that we could take from this story, okay? The familiar past, okay? So in my mind, because I've been through this situation many times, I'm thinking this person is a jerk, and I'm in defensive driving mode, and I'm getting angry because I'm feeling like, why isn't this person slowing down and getting in the lane? They're actually going faster. So I was getting agitated. Then all of a sudden, once I realized that this woman has no clue, I had to go into like, now I have to help. So my emotions, what was going through, rapidly changed. So I roll the window down. I say, you gotta, you know, it's funny too, because I always say, you're going the wrong way. And I was literally, and God gave me a situation, but I said, you got to get out of there. That's what I said. Because I was just, you just go at that moment, right? You got to get out. You got to get out. Okay. So first thing, we could have an idea from the familiar past of people, things, and situations. But that familiar past doesn't mean that this is what's happening in the now moment right now. Okay. And then if you can help, what can you do? And then also on her, so I'm telling her, you got to get out, you got to get out. Now, she didn't understand, like, you know, because she's confused too, because she's in her mindset. But she also had free will. So I had free will I could have just said, I'm not going to say anything. And it could have been a very bad accident, going down the road, like head-on collision. And she had free will too. She could have said, what the heck is this guy? Get at it. What are you talking about? And not listened to me and kept going. But there was a little point of confusion. So there's people trying to communicate. And then she realized, and then she got out of the lane. Okay, so there are many things that we could take from this. And free will, this situation, this was not a situation where, you come flying down and you lift the car up into the air, but there's just something that you could give someone information. You could expand their consciousness. She had no clue that she was going the wrong way. She assumed that she was just like, this is what you do. Okay, so, simply by giving awareness to people, you're helping them. Now, the receiver of the information, they have the free will, right? So I could come out, I could say something, and people could say, I'm not going to listen, and barrel and smash into oncoming traffic. And I also saw the other guy, trying to, wave her down too. So some people, you just go into action. And, that is free will. There's discernment. So you have to understand discernment at this time. You have to be focused. So a person could be driving and she was not a person that was one of these guys that like floor the car because they have to not merge and they want to drive on and swerve around. She didn't really do anything wrong. She just made a mistake. How many people in the world right now are making mistakes? They thought they were doing the right thing. They thought they needed to take this. They thought they needed to do that. But they made honest mistakes. So what we need to do is understand this. I hope this message resonates with people today. And just give the assistance. Okay? Now, if it was her free will also, if she, she just didn't listen and she kept driving and went into oncoming traffic. So in this, the energies are very high right now. I'm sure a lot of people know this. We have to go slow. We have to pay close attention to everything that's going on. So, she maybe made a mistake by not really paying close attention. Sometimes we're running off of those subconscious programs and we think we could and we don't see the big arrows to get out or maybe the signs or whatever. Because that's what we're normally accustomed to doing. We've been driving on this, it's two lanes and everyone's driving and then all of a sudden it changes. So, that's why you have to pay as close attention as possible. I needed to pay close attention too. Because and I'm used to this, right? A lot of people see like some of these crazy drivers. Okay, you got to be a defensive driver, right? No, it's true. We are defenders, right? You could write it in the comments. We are defenders. So I had to get into a mode because I'm thinking this is a lunatic. This is a lunatic flooring the car, trying to swerve around. So now I'm getting aggravated. I'm bracing because I don't know what the heck's going on. And then I rapidly switch and I say, this woman has no clue what's going on right now. She's driving down the wrong side. So, and that's really, when we move forward in life, we might be going one way. We're going to have to get off one timeline. Pay attention. Please, could you kindly click the like button? It helps overcome censorship to this channel. I'm so grateful if you hit that like button. You're going to have to get out of one timeline and you're going to have to get over to the other timeline. And sometimes we are that 5D bridge. And sometimes we are assisting people they're on one timeline and we're assisting them to get over to the other side. Because they might not have, and they're not doing any, they are in the wrong area, but they didn't do it on purpose. They weren't speeding. They weren't trying to swerve around people. They were just going about their life. And they maybe weren't paying so close attention. It's so important. And that's why there's a lot of distractions in the world right now. There's fear, there's guilt, there's shame, there's curves. And so I'm going through my own stuff. Look at what's happening to our channel. It kind of throws me off. But all I need to do is focus on showing up every day, and maybe someone out there will end censorship. End censorship to this channel and other channels. And maybe you're getting this message. Why don't you share this channel today and go to the channel page and double check you're still subscribed. I appreciate that, because it gets exhausting after a while. But there's only one thing that we could do, and is keep moving forward and take one day at a time and say to ourselves, well, what's the next phase in our lives? What is our next mission? Because there is no finish line. Okay, it's not. We have to adjust. We have to course adjust. Foxy lady, hey baby, I appreciate you, Foxy lady. Thank you so much. You never know what another person is facing in life. Be kind. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what we're going. That's why you have to pay attention to people. Look at this. Be careful. Carefully observe the surroundings. But at first glance, you know, I'm bracing, because I'm saying, this lunatic, what the heck is this guy doing? Because I've seen this so many times. We might go into the world. We use the familiar past. You know, maybe you had a difficult time. You dealt with a difficult person in your life. And then we have this in our mind. And then all of a sudden, you know, we say, oh, this isn't the case right now. The familiar past is not actually happening right now. So you have to know this. You have to pay attention. Pacing yourself is important at this time. I have to pace myself, because it's the density of the energies, the purging that's going on. And it is this, like, some things are changing. So like, you can't keep, you're going to have to maybe go sideways. You're going to have to change lanes. This scenario of yesterday, it literally is explaining to us what is going on in the world. What's going on in the world? And more people are waking up to this, you know, and what you need to take, because every person has the ability to do this. We are. Mal, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that, Mal. Thank you so much. We are everyday life heroes. Everyday life heroes. Doesn't mean right away we're going to start flying around and lifting cars. I'm not going to lift the car, okay? But what I could do is actually stop, you know, and say, okay, let's assist. Let's get them off the timeline, okay? Let's assist. Let's get them over. Get them out of the way. Get them out of the way of danger, because danger is coming ahead. Do a lot of people see danger coming ahead? And it's there. But once you've shifted the timeline, it's over. And I've been sharing about this. Many of you tuned into this video today, and I go through this a lot too. Sometimes we pop down to the lower timeline as the bridge to pull people off that timeline and onto another timeline. And when I seen this, I said, I can't believe that. Like, I'm watching, like, and I'm processing what happened. I'm like, this is literally what's going on. The energies also have been zonky. So later, and this also, so later on at night. So now I'm driving down a 2-lane street. It is a 2-lane street all the way. And for some reason, there was multiple double parked cars. And I had to constantly go over to the wrong way, oncoming traffic, and then move back, and then go on the other lane and go back, because there was all these double parked cars. Okay, these are blockages. So sometimes we have to curve and swerve sometimes. And that's what a lot of us have been doing with all the energies that are out there, the densities. Because if you go forward, you will hit a big SUV that's just double parked, right? Hey, there it is. So that's what we all are kind of going through. You have to realize that we are everyday life heroes. And you might resonate with this. Okay, you have the drive maybe to help others. Your inner child, maybe you were a child, and you might have wanted to be a superhero when you got older. Okay, and sometimes we could be a hero for people just by doing something simple. Something simple. And that's what we all can do now. So I would say, and boundaries are important when you go about your life right now. I know a lot of people tuned in. They are the true light warriors, the true light workers. You're going to have boundaries. How far will you go? Okay, you can't risk yourself. I'm not going to jump out of my car, and have total devastation. So I share some of you seen this as a meme, okay, of Jesus Christ. And there's a person that is drowning in the water. And what Jesus did, he put his hand into the water, but he didn't put his body all the way in. He put his hand into the water just far enough so that if the person through free will wanted to be saved, they would just move up just a little bit, and Jesus could easily and safely pull them out of the water without drowning himself. When you go out into the world and you're helping other people, you have to know the balance. You have to know your boundaries. Because if you go down, then no one else gets your assistance. Please click the like button if that resonates with you. I'm so grateful for all the assistance. You have to move forward, knowing your boundaries, using discernment, and not always going back to the familiar past. So it's wild. I feel these energies are very intense, and there's really not much we could do about it. Okay, so it really is a time period where we have to put it in God's hands, because then we get ourselves sick. You know, when these things, especially when you want to, do this work, when you want to do these things, it is very taxing. It's very draining, and emotions are energies in motion, and that's why certain people, dark things know, okay, how we are as humans, as people, and the energies, the stress. I've shared this video. Do you want to be healthy in 2025? Okay, right? Healthy in 2025, if you want to be healthy in 2025. Stress is the number one cause of disease. Stress. And sometimes we stress ourselves out, and that's when we have to pace ourselves. We have to pace out. Sometimes we have to slow down. Sometimes we have to pull our energy back. Because you can't save someone, you can't save people that don't want to put anything in as well. If I'm going to hey, you got to get out of that lane, and she goes, and she kept going, what am I going to do? What am I going to do next? I'm going to drive ahead, there's nothing you can do. So the way that this played out is literally what's happening in the world in the now moment. Sweet Hova, thank you so much for the support. I'm very grateful for that. Carry on the wayward Uncle Mike. Rise above the noise and confusion. A lot of noise. I'm very grateful for the support. Thank you. There's a lot of noise and confusion that are out there. And that's what we need to do. We have to raise our vibrational frequency. When we rise up, we're rising up to a higher plane of existence. And God is going to give us the tools. God is going to give us certain scenarios. That's why you have to really, sometimes you need to, what are the moments? What did I just go through? What did I just experience? And what does it mean? When you start looking at your everyday life this way, God is actually talking to you. This is how God sometimes sends me messages. So we're all kind of getting these, scenarios, these, experiences. But This is what we all need to do. So I'm very grateful for all of your support. If today's message resonated with you and you would like to help overcome the suppression of this channel and other channels, we're going to be all coming together. Please click the like button. Please click the subscribe button. Please double check you're still subscribed, because some people wrote to me, said that they couldn't find the videos. They were not subscribed even though they clicked subscribe. And let's raise awareness and let's put it out to God that we're clearing, we're removing the suppression of people that want to improve. They want to move forward. We have to speak it. We have to speak it, and we can't be afraid to speak it. And I will speak it also for my other content creators that are dealing with this right now. We're going to speak it, and we're going to say it's the end of censorship. It's the end of suppression. And we have to put a big question mark on why these, so I have a friend in the gym, and I taught one of his kids, and, we talk about these things, and I tell him what's going on. I said, yeah, I can't believe what's going on. And he looks at me and he goes, are you talking about God? I go, yeah. He goes, there's your answer. Isn't it crazy what's going on in the world right now? Let's get back into balance. Let's get back into alignment. Let's become the greatest version of ourselves, and let's be empowered and just keep moving forward. Move forward within the boundaries that you make. I did a full video last year. See, I've set these boundaries, and if they are not fulfilled, then you have to stop, because you have to go within those boundaries. So powerful. Malishka, thank you so much. A hero is a person willing to help others. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you all for being here. And if you'd like to check out my sister's Etsy, okay, she has the official Our Everyday Lives t-shirt as we take over. And just keep going, baby. Just keep going, okay? And my sister is a very, very powerful woman. Stood up against the Department of Education, just like her brother. I love you very much. And let's stick together and keep moving forward, because we can't go backwards. We can't go back. We can't go back to those old systems. We have to move forward. Okay, the divine feminine are rising right now. The divine masculine are rising right now. Never stop. Never give in. Never give in. You just have to keep going. And God will settle it off. So I'm really very grateful for each and every one of you. We have daily videos, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Please set an alarm on your phone. Okay, we've been sharing that the last time this crazy censorship was going on. You could set an alarm and know that you could go on to YouTube. There will be a daily video on this channel. People are saying they can't find the videos in the last couple of weeks. Okay, please raise awareness. We have Facebook, TikTok, and Patreon. The links are in the description. Okay, utilize the hashtag Our Everyday Lives, and maybe someone is out there listening to this. You could share these videos. Okay, especially the video from a couple of days ago. That was a powerful one. I wonder why that one didn't pop up. Crazy things going on in the world. You got to keep going, kid. You got to keep going. Right? I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Before I get off, please click like. Please click that like button. It really helps. Love you, Air Dawn. Love you, Lori, Regina, Sweet Hava. Thank you so much, Jen. Okay, let's keep going and raise awareness. Let's shift. Let's end censorship in 2025. Why don't you write 1,000 people, end censorship in 2025, because I'm feeling it. My brothers and sisters that I'm talking about are feeling this right now. Okay, across the board, end censorship in 2025. We got to put it out to the universe. Put it in the hands of God. Okay? I love you all. Stay focused. Be alert. Move within your boundaries. The power in your voice. It ends, and it ends now. And now is the rise of our everyday lives. I'm the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. That's all you can do. Keep going, right? Love you all. Happy Sunday. So grateful for all of you. Oh, James, what's up? Carla. Good to see everyone. I love you all. Please share this video. Leave a comment down below. Have you ever experienced like a situation that like gave you like this scenario gave you like this is what's going on? So be protected, be alert, and know how to ride these waves. Use discernment. Use clairsentience. I never stuttered. Remember that one? Use clairsentience. Got to use clairsentience. Love you all. Bye for now.